Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here. My name is Kym Tolson, and I'm here today wearing two hats that have become increasingly intertwined in my professional life. First and foremost, I'm a therapist just like you. I've sat in the chair, I've held the space for profound human experiences, and of course, I've waded through mountains of paperwork. My second hat is that of a clinical AI consultant, where I've spent years exploring the intersection of technology and our profession. Today, we're diving into a topic that's stirring up a lot of conversation, excitement, and maybe even a little apprehension in our field: the promise of AI in mental health. My goal is to bridge the gap between the hype and the reality, offering a perspective that is grounded in both clinical wisdom and technological understanding. So let's explore what AI really means for us, the mental health professionals on the front lines. By the end of our session, you'll be able to first identify the common myths floating around about AI and distinguish them from evidence-based realities. We'll cut through all the noise. Second, you'll be able to explain the absolute importance of HIPAA compliance, data security, and the ethical frameworks that must guide our use of these tools. This is a non-negotiable. Third, we'll discuss how to apply a systematic clinical approach to evaluating and integrating AI, ensuring that we always maintain our essential clinical oversight. Fourth, we'll evaluate the fundamental and beautiful differences between human clinical intelligence, our empathy, our intuition, and the supportive capabilities of a machine. And finally, we'll analyze the very real impact of the administrative burden on our well-being and our capacity for therapeutic presence. We'll look at the problem before we dive deeper into the solution. Before we talk about the promise of AI, we have to be honest about the pain point it's trying to solve for us. This slide just isn't data to me. It's a reflection of conversations I've had with colleagues every single week. The numbers are stark. 52% of therapists experienced burnout in the last year, more than half of us. And look at the primary driver. 55% point to the administrative task as a major contributor. When we broaden the scope to our entire behavioral health workforce, the number skyrockets to 93% experiencing burnout. And this isn't just about paperwork, it's about the soul of our work. This is the clinical hour that gets cut short because the next client is waiting and you're already behind on your notes. It's the evening, weekend hours spent catching up, stealing time from our families and ourselves. This administrative weight is a primary driver of burnout, and it directly impacts the sustainability of our careers and the quality of care that we can provide to our clients. So if that's the problem, what's the path forward? This is where AI enters the conversation, not as a silver bullet, but as a powerful tool that offers a path from overwhelm back to possibility. The early data from the medical field, which is a few steps ahead of us in adoption of AI, is incredibly promising. We're seeing 20 to 30% reduction in clinical documentation time. What would you do with an extra 3, 4, or 5 hours back in your week? That's time for another client, a much-needed self-care day, professional development, or simply being present with your family. The benefits cascade from there. 84% of physicians report improved patient communication. When we aren't distracted by the need to type or scribble notes, we can maintain eye contact, track nonverbal cues, and be more fully present in the therapeutic alliance. Unsurprisingly, 82% also report improved overall work satisfaction. When we focus on the parts of our jobs that we love, we feel more fulfilled. This isn't about replacing us, it's about restoring us. As an AI consultant, I hear the same questions and concerns again and again, and as a therapist, I've asked them myself. Let's tackle these myths head on. Myth number 1, AI will replace therapists. Let's be very clear. AI handles tasks, not relationships. The therapeutic alliance, the core of everything we do, is built on empathy, genuine connection, and nuanced human understanding. An algorithm cannot replicate that. AI's role is to take on the administrative tasks that get in the way of that relationship. Myth number 2, AI isn't secure enough for patient data. This is a valid and critical concern. The reality is that while you should be skeptical of any tool that doesn't prioritize security, many AI platforms designed for healthcare are not only HIPAA compliant, but they also feature robust, multi-layered security and full encryption. The key is learning how to verify this. Myth number 3, learning new technology will just add more stress. The thought of adding one more thing to our plate is very daunting. However, modern AI tools are designed for intuitive use. The goal is seamless integration that reduces your workload from day one, not a complex system that adds to it. Myth number 4, using AI means I'm not doing my job properly. This myth touches on our professional identity. But I want to reframe this. Is it more important to do the paperwork yourself or to be more present, focused, and effective in your sessions? Just sit and ponder with that for a second. Using AI isn't about cutting corners. It's about strategically delegating tasks so you can dedicate your human skills where they matter the most. This is the most important concept I want you to take away today. AI is a partner, a tool that complements our clinical judgment, but it never replaces it. Human intelligence, that's us, brings the irreplaceable qualities to the therapeutic space, the empathy to attune to a client's unspoken feelings, the clinical intuition honed over years of experience, the ethical reasoning to navigate complex dilemmas, and the genuine therapeutic presence that creates a safe container for healing. Now, machine support, on the other hand, excels at tasks that are difficult for the human brain to sustain. Rapid and accurate documentation, recognizing patterns across vast amounts of data, maintaining consistent formatting, and being available 24/7 for administrative work without fatigue. The magic happens in the partnership. When our human expertise guides the AI tool, we maintain full control. Think of it as a skilled surgeon using a sophisticated instrument. The instrument doesn't make the decisions, but it allows the surgeon to perform their work with greater precision and less physical strain. That's the proper relationship between a clinician and AI. While documentation is the most talked about application, it's really just the beginning. For admin tasks, imagine an AI that can help you draft referral letters, sort through your email, or even organize your session notes to identify key themes and track progress over time. For content creation, if you're in private practice, you know how important marketing is. AI can be a brainstorming partner to help you write newsletters, blog posts, or social media content, helping you grow your practice and reach more people. For patient education and training, you can use AI to summarize the latest research on a particular modality, help you prep for a presentation like this one, or even create educational handouts for clients on topics like mindfulness or cognitive distortions. And for scaling your practice out of that one-to-one model, AI can help you think through the structure of a new group you want to offer in your practice, or outline a workshop, or map out a new service offering. It's like having a tireless brainstorming buddy to help you grow your impact. The impact of reducing administrative burden isn't just theoretical. A significant year-long study of physicians using ambient AI scribes revealed profound changes in their work. 84% reported improved patient communication. This is a direct result of being able to lift their heads from their keyboard and engage more fully with the person in front of them. 82% reported improved overall work satisfaction. This speaks to the power of aligning our daily tasks with our professional calling. When we're less bogged down, we feel more energized and connected to our purpose. 56% of patients reported a positive impact on the quality of their visit. Our clients feel the difference when we're more present and engaged. This data shows that adopting this technology isn't just good for us, it's good for our clients. So let's look even closer at that impact. The same study found that 47% of patients and their doctor spent less time looking at the computer, and 39% noted that their doctor spent more time speaking directly with them. This is a tangible shift in the dynamic of the clinical encounter, moving it from a data entry task back to a human-to-human connection. The time savings are staggering. The study found an average of 157 hours of documentation time saved per clinician in 1 year. Let that sink in. That's nearly 4 full work weeks. That's a month of administrative work that you get back. That's time you can reinvest in your practice, your family, or your own well-being. This is what makes a career in mental health sustainable for the long haul. It's completely natural to feel uncertain about this. You might be feeling anxiety, guilt, skepticism, or even a sense of fear about your professional identity. You might be asking yourself, what if I become too dependent on this? Shouldn't I be able to handle my own notes? I've been doing it for years. This sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? These are not just valid questions, they're essential questions. The hesitation we feel is not irrational. It's a healthy professional response to a significant change. It shows that you care deeply about the quality and integrity of your work. But I want to offer you a reframe to this. These feelings reflect your commitment to quality care. AI doesn't diminish that commitment. It removes the obstacles that get in the way of fulfilling it. You're reclaiming time to be more thoroughly present in the work that only you can do. If you're feeling a spark of curiosity, how do you move forward without feeling overwhelmed? The key is to approach it like a clinical experiment. You don't need to overhaul your entire practice overnight. Start small. Pick 1 or 2 clients per week and try using an AI documentation tool for their sessions. Choose clients you think would be comfortable with the idea. And of course, you're going to want to get informed consent and then start with a couple of clients. Second, evaluate honestly. After a few weeks, compare the data. How much time did you actually save? Check in with yourself. How was the quality of the note? How were your stress levels? Third, adjust your process. These tools are not a one-size-fits-all product. Take the time to customize the templates and settings to match your unique style and needs. Fourth, expand gradually. As you experience the benefits and become more comfortable, start to use the tool more frequently. Let your own positive experience guide your adoption of the tools. Finally, share your experience. Talk to your colleagues. Create a dialogue in your community. Help others understand what AI can and cannot do. We're all navigating this new territory together. If you decide to explore a specific tool, it's crucial to put on your informed consumer hat. As clinicians, we're trained to ask questions, and we need to apply that skill here. This is your first line of defense protecting your clients and your practice. So here are some of the key questions you must ask any vendor. How's my patient's data being protected and who has access? Can the system adapt to my specific documentation style? What's the protocol if the AI makes a clinical error? How does this integrate with my existing EMR or workflow? What kind of training and ongoing support do you provide? Can you provide me with a business associate agreement to prove that you are HIPAA compliant? And what is your data retention policy and how can I delete my data? The challenges we face with burnout and administrative burden are not happening in a vacuum. They're part of a larger systemic crisis in mental health care. 122 million Americans live in areas with a shortage of mental health professionals. The need is immense. At the same time, 56% of psychologists have no openings for new patients. We are at capacity. As we see, 93% of behavioral health workers have experienced burnout. The very people we need to address the crisis are themselves in crisis. Addressing these massive systemic challenges requires systemic solution. AI is not the only solution, but it is a powerful tool that can help us build a more sustainable and accessible mental health ecosystem. So how does AI help us build that sustainable path forward? It's not magic. It's a practical tool that addresses several key leverage points. It reduces administrative burden, which directly combats burnout and can extend the longevity of our careers. It enables clinicians to serve more patients without increasing their workload, helping to address the access to care crisis in a tangible way. It improves work-life balance, which not only helps retain experienced clinicians, but also makes our vital profession more attractive to the next generation. And crucially, it preserves the therapeutic relationship at the center of care. By offloading the administrative tasks, it allows us to focus our energy on the human connection where healing happens. And ultimately, it helps us create a model of practice that can meet growing demand for our services in a way that's sustainable for us, the clinicians who are at the heart and soul of the mental health care system. We've covered a great deal of information today, moving from the personal challenge of burnout to the national crisis in mental health access. If you have questions about anything I've talked about today, reach out to us. Email us at help@hayberries.com. And thank you for the truly important work that you do.